They were monitoring this guy for an hour beforehand.
Yeah.
No one told you not to take the stage?
No, nobody mentioned it. Nobody said there was a problem. And I would have waited for 15. They could have said, let's wait for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, something. Nobody said, I think that was a mistake. The Secret Service, they call them snipers, but he was, world-class shot. I guess he didn't want to take the shot. I can understand that one a little bit because maybe he didn't see, maybe he doesn't know. You don't want to shoot somebody if the person's not going to be carrying a gun. I don't know if they had a gun. They had a policeman that actually saw the man with a gun, and you would have thought that that would have been conveyed to other people. So there were some mistakes. But I can tell you this, just to go on the more positive side, the people on the stage were unbelievable and brave. They were all Secret Service that came running up, and they were running past bullets. Bullets were, when I went down, bullets were coming over my head, and you hear them. It's like a zip, zip. So I'm lucky I went down fast, but I don't even consider that the lucky part. I consider the lucky part turning exactly right in the one position where, you're going to get hit here, but you're not going to get hit in the wrong location, which is, what that is.
Senator, the FBI is doing an investigation on the assassination attempt. Do you trust the Bureau?
I don't trust the Bureau leadership, but I certainly think there are a lot of good field agents, guys on the grounds who have the country's best interest at heart. I think, like the president, obviously he was there and I wasn't, but my initial reaction was exactly the same. What bravery from the guys who reacted immediately. But what the hell was going on? How was that guy ever allowed to be there in the first place? Because I think somebody, whether it's higher up or somebody else involved, really did screw up. And we have to get to the bottom of it because, now me and my family are under protection. And obviously the president's safety is of paramount importance. I mean, people who realize, whether you're Democrat or Republican, what an unbelievable bullet that we all dodged, right? Of course, the president's life is the most important thing. The unrest in this country, the anger, it would have taken this country a half a century to get over it. And, we really did, I think, as a country, get really lucky, not just the president.
I know many people in the FBI, they're great. They tend to be at the mid and lower levels. They're unbelievable. And they're MAGA. Believe me, they're MAGA. They make America great again, people. But, there's some things going on with our government that we have to really worry about. Did we have enough people? Why didn't we have enough people? Somebody said that a lot of people were put on Biden's detail. The problem is Biden doesn't draw anybody. He draws flies. He draws nobody. And, you don't need very many people for that because he does not draw. 30 people show up, and we have 55, 60,000 people show up. And so you have to take care of those big crowds.
Secret Service detail of 20, you can have a 1-to-1 ratio at a Biden rally, right? The president actually needs substantial protection. So I 100% believe that some people got to be investigated and probably some people need to be fired.
It was a pot shot. Are you at all suspicious he had help?
Well, you just don't know. It doesn't look like it, does it? But now we're finding out that he had some encrypted phone numbers and to foreign countries, which a little bit surprises me. When you look at him, he was somebody that was bullied in school, and, you hear all different stories. I would say probably he was a loner, but you don't know that. They have to check out the phone numbers. They have to check out the phone. I think they were able to break into his phone. I would hope so. For a crime like this, you have to be able to break into a phone, because they pride themselves on not allowing people to break in. And government can't get in. Apple can let you in. So I don't know exactly what happened. But assassination is big stuff, and you have to get to it. So we'll see what happens. But it just shouldn't have been when you have essentially a flat, open roof like that, and it's direct to the target with absolutely nothing in its way. How can somebody be up there? And he was up there for a long period of time because they have tape of him moving all over the place. And then they see him and they don't report him. Who was the policeman or I guess it was local police, who looked at him, saw him standing with a gun? I think the guy saw him, and this guy dropped off the roof. And I don't blame him for that. What I do blame him for is why isn't he calling everybody, screaming and say, there's a guy with a gun up there? What did he do when he dropped off the roof? Did he just go away and say, like, nothing? That's a big, that's a big factor. Who was he? And why did he do that? Why didn't we know about that? Because I would have, oftentimes, based on weather and based on other things, I'd say, sir, would you wait 10 minutes before you go out, please? We never had a case like this. But certainly if they said, would you wait 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes because we have a possible problem, unlikely but possible, I wish somebody would have done that, because Corey would be alive and 2 people that were seriously hurt would not be hurt. And we wouldn't have had all of the things that we've gone through over the last period of time.
And, sir, I think it illustrates something that's so different about the Trump administration versus the Biden administration. Look, screw-ups sometimes happen, even very big screw-ups. But it's the responsibility of leaders to stand before the country and say, all right, we screwed up. We're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to answer questions and do it in public. I think that the fact that there's been no transparency here is what makes a lot of us say, well, what the hell happened, and why? Are we actually taking steps to ensure it doesn't happen again? If
you're elected, you can declassify the assassination attempt files. You could clear things up like that. You'll do that, right?
I would, yeah, sure. There should be nothing to hide here.
It's his decision.
I think, frankly, but I think, frankly, many things are known right now. But some of the things that are known are bad. How did somebody get on that roof, and why wasn't he reported? Because people saw that he was on the roof. I mean, you had Trumpers screaming. The woman in the red shirt, she was screaming, "There's a man on the roof!" And then other people said, "There's a man on the roof who's got a gun." And that was quite a bit before I walked onto the stage. So you would have thought somebody would have done something about it.
The Secret Service director won't say if